The Flash issue 7, Joshua Williamson writing, and Carmine Di Giandomenico on the art. And I really liked this issue. This was, of course, the 7th out of 8 parts to this first arc.
Yeah, it's so weird that everyone else has 5-issue arcs, and Williamson's like, nah, I'm going for the gusto.
Hey, if his art needed more issues, it needed more issues. So here we are. Obviously, August is Godspeed. Godspeed is fighting Barry, but Barry basically runs away because he realizes he has to recharge and figure out a plan because he's getting his ass kicked basically.
And he's got that haven't slept in 2 days beard going on under his cowl. Is the Flash a cowl? What's his? I guess so.
I would call it cowl. I mean,
I guess because it's all connected like Batman's kind of.
Yeah, it's a cowl.
I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, he's got that hasn't slept beard, so he does need to. And again, he is the fastest man alive until villains show up and they reveal that they're faster. So maybe he needs to stop introducing himself like that. Maybe just like, Barry Allen, I'm the Flash. I'm fast. So,
I'm Barry Allen, and I'm one of the fastest men alive.
Yes. Yeah.
That would do the trick. But no, I mean, obviously, Carmine's art's fantastic again. There's almost no point to even talk about it because it's been consistently fantastic every single issue he's done.
It's so fluid. Like, you feel the motion throughout. And there's a lot of running in this issue, not just because it's the Flash, but with the Flash running away and Godspeed running around doing what he does.
Yeah. So Godspeed's side of things, he goes in, he's looking for more connections to this black hole organization, and he's like interrogating them, and he kills a bunch of them at a crime scene. There's like a heist situation a hostage situation.
At a courthouse.
And he goes in and kills them all, and he's all proud of himself. But meanwhile, Barry's of course the much more interesting side of the story because he learns about Wally, because Wally comes in and gets upset about Mina. And he's like, look, Barry, you're taking... Or isn't noise Barry, sorry. Flash, you're taking me with you when you go and find Godspeed. And Barry talks him out of it, but he does get an idea from him. He gets this idea where if they can take the speed from the other speedsters, if they're willing, then they don't have to get hurt. They can just willingly give it up. And it's because the Speed Force is all fragmented that's causing a lot of trouble. So this would reunite a lot of it. And because Wally was already infected with... I say infected, that's maybe not the right word, but he was already connected to the Speed Force before the storm that gave everyone else their powers. Both him, like Barry and Wally, can both harness all this extra Speed Force.
Both Vestals.
Yeah. And they give up willingly because they don't want to die, as you will. Although some nice good stuff with Avery, who...
I was just going to bring that up, that she's like, well, I like having powers, but being heroes being selfless, so you need these more to bring in the bad guy.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like there's just a Shazam quality to this, too. To where in Shazam, Mary Marvel and Captain Marvel Jr., which, again, such a dumb name, but they get their powers from Billy splitting his own. And so I kind of feel like there's a reverse type of that going on. That Flash is pulling from these other people.
Where Barry's like, no, you all give me your powers and we'll force it onto one. There can only be one, basically.
Exactly. And there's a quickening, except there's two. And I liked also what Wally said about Mina. And that's kind of what drives Barry, that she could find the good in everybody. And that's how her, Speed Force power kind of manifested.
Which contradicts to what the ultimate cliffhanger of this issue is, because Godspeed's the opposite. He's on his way. He's right, Barry goes to, it's Godspeed shows up while they're just finishing all this and attacks Barry, and him and Barry are fighting and racing, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to go to Iron Heights and kill every single rogue and villain that you've put away there, because you've let them all live.
You let them all live. It's almost like the Batman principle. So it's like, yo, Batman, if you just off these dudes, you wouldn't have to keep having breakouts from Arkham. know? And so it's the same logic here, but with Flash. It's like you love your villains too much, and the fact that you keep them alive, that's what's running you ragged. Is you don't end things.
It's because it is similar, but at the same time it's a little bit different, because Flash is all about he can find the good in people, like you said. He believes in rehabilitation to an extent, and it's worked with some characters in the past. Like
Yeah.
some Flash
Heat
villains, yeah, Heat Wave. There was another one in Wally Johnsy's run.
Piper, Pied Piper,
Piper,
Harley,
yeah. So
Harley, yeah.
it's happened in the past. So with him, I
Yep.
mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure Barry's also of the complete opinion that he doesn't want to cross that line. But
Well, but yeah, but it's also like these are his greatest enemies. Whereas, like you don't see Captain Cold being brought up. Like it's not that because I like that version of the Rogues where they're just doing their job. Kind of, there's like, well, we're gonna rob stuff, and Flash shows up. We're gonna book it, and it's kind of like a game that they play. Here with the guys that are in Iron Heights, it's like Thawne. Like we get confirmation that Thawne's being kept there.
and he looks more like classic Thawne from the small panel.
Yeah.
We've seen.
Yeah. So the fact that Godspeed's going there and it ends on a race.
Yeah,
You know?
as it should, because it's the Flash.
Yeah. So just again, solid. Like I'm so happy to be reading Flash again, as that's been like since I've been reading comics, it's one of the constants. I've always read Flash. So, but yeah.